Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Let me share my screen. All right. Welcome, everyone. Again, so today we're going to talk about how do we force users to change their password after the first login. So we assume that username and password and the whole user's record is created by some sort of automated process. Maybe administrator creates users, etc. And what we want is that when they log in for the first time, we want them to change their default password. Not necessarily default, but we just want to change them. There are many ways to do that. I have added a new field to users table called password pw_changed, and I have assigned default value of 0. So these are users that haven't logged in yet, and we will see how we can do this. So the easiest idea is to, first of all, of course, we need to enable database-based security. It makes sense. I'm not encrypting passwords for the simplicity purposes. And also we need to enable change password page, obviously. Okay, well, let's take a look at the logic here. Events. So what I want to do, if after application initialized event, which is executed every time any of the pages are loaded, I want to see if they change their password or not already. So I'm going to use security API function get current user data, and if password change field isn't 1, null, 0, anything, and page name is not change password, then we need to redirect them to change password page. So it's fairly simple. So the idea of this redirect is to prevent them from accessing any other pages in the application. But what I didn't account for in this logic yet. So this function only makes sense when user is already logged in, right? So if they are not logged in, then we cannot tell who is the current user, etc. So we need to account for that situation as well. So I think that will be 2 conditions. We're looking for 2 sets of conditions. We only need to apply this logic to when user is logged in. So when user is not logged in, we probably don't need to do anything at all. That would be a little bit easier. In either case, I need to apply base name here. This is tricky. So let's think about it. If users are not logged in, just keep working, right? Don't do anything. Don't do anything else. So we need to apply this logic only when user is logged in. When they're not logged in, let's split it into parts. Okay. If not user is logged in, just working. So we only get to this part then when user is logged in. So we can exclude this part. and they're logged in, so user data will return something. Also can remove this part. Okay, let's do it this way. I mean, it should be something that is simple, but it's not. Okay, we are here. So let's try to log on as user 2. To same password, sign in. Okay, so the first part is working, but change password page is not being displayed because it keeps us redirecting. So let's take a look at the logic one more time, and let's see. So I will try to revert, instead of file name, I will revert to script name, which is PHP self. I will try this here, and maybe it will give us what we're looking for. Okay, let's try one more time. Okay, it gives us this, what we're looking for, which is perfect. So, but let's give it one more try. Okay, I believe that it is finally working. Okay, yeah, script name. So the difference between script name is what is in the URL of the web browser. But file name can be any of the include file. So if this event after application initialized itself is located in init app.php file, it will return us file name, but not the script name that is being executed. I mean, this is something useful to know, but just remember that if you need to get the current page name in PHP, you just use this. And this is all that matters. Let's just make sure that this part works. So I have not implemented that part yet that actually changes the field, password change from 0 to 1. Let's implement that. And it's going to be a change password after password change event. And what do we have here? Old password, new password. We're not looking into this, but what we need to do, we need to, I don't think so. So we need to go to database API and just do it manually like we do with any other table. So we're going to do update, and it's going to be fairly simple. Our table name, so the field name is password change, and we will use a hard-coded value of 1. I believe key column name is ID. In fact, let's double check. Yeah, it's ID. So all we need to do, we need to get the ID of the current user, right? So we can use the same security API function to get current user data. We will do it in the beginning, and we will use it to tell the database API what kind of records we need to update. So, and table name is obviously users, right? So it makes sense. Okay, let's save it, build the project again, go back to the web browser, reload the page just in case to make sure we are here. Old password was user2. Again, we're not using reset password or anything. Okay, let's do new user2 and submit. Password was changed, back. Why it's taking us here again? So let's see if it was actually changed in the database. It was. I can see it. It's 1 now. So we just need to get that value manually. So this part is fine here because ID, we're looking for ID and ID do not change, but let's, instead of using this function in this specific case, let's just use a DB lookup, and we will also print it on the page. So we are logged in right now, and field in the database stores the correct value, but we're not getting this value. So let's see if we can do it. TB lookup, and what we need to do is perform select password changed from users ID equals, and we can just concatenate it with here. So ID never changes. I don't know, probably it's we will move it a little bit. Okay, something like this. Yeah, we didn't change this part, right? So we did not assign it to anything. So yeah, let's create variable name changed, and let's print it both here, and later we will use it here. It should be much easier, of course. Okay, finally, what says password change was 1. Okay, so I guess I need to update the manual in regards to this current user data. So it caches data after the login. So it will only change when user logs out and logs in again. So our logic is back right here. And I believe we should be able to continue our exercise. So, okay, one more time. So I believe I close the browser. I need to keep it open. Okay, we are here now. Okay, perfect. Okay, this part works. So let's take a quick look here in the database. So user number 2, their password is now new user, so the change password thing did work. And password change set to 1. So which means let's make sure they got this thing right. So if we perform logout and login again, as this user 2, password is new user 2, and sign in. They are not asked to change their password. They go directly to the menu page. So this is what I was looking for, and this is what works now.